Amber, when we spoke on the phone, you had desperation in your voice. I mean, what's going on here?
It just feels like pure evil. Whatever is here is literally coming after my family. My children are being attacked.
Who exactly lives here?
I do have a picture. This is Daniel, my husband, Bailey, Destiny, Jacob, Micaiah, and Kaylin.
How long have you lived in the house?
A little over 7 years.
Okay. Now, was the activity this intense right away?
No, we had little things here and there, but nothing like it is now.
What changed?
Bailey, my youngest, had her third open heart surgery, and it seemed around that time that things just started getting worse and worse and worse.
So, Bailey's heart condition, what exactly is wrong?
She has something called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. In layman's terms, it pretty much means she has half a heart.
And how's she doing now?
She's doing really well physically. Mentally, spiritually, not so well.
Okay.
She's been at my sister's house for 2.5 weeks. She won't sleep here. It's hard not having my baby here with me. And so I'm used to like holding her and like feeling her heartbeat. And she's already overcome so much. There's nothing that we can do. That's why we called you guys.
Okay, so give me a list of what activities going on in the house.
Well, things move on their own.
Okay.
Physical attacks, mood changes. My health is declining.
What are we talking about?
I get extremely dizzy to where I almost faint. My head is constantly pounding, and I have pain back here on a daily basis. It's just literally a never-ending list.
I mean, that's issues for a 70, 80-year-old woman.
Right. And I feel like I am that age.
Okay.
And I'm 30 years old. And it's sucking the life out of me.
So I know about Bailey's issues and your health issues. Anybody else being affected?
Daniel, definitely. Last Thanksgiving, he suffered from a stroke.
Stroke, how old is he?
He was 33 at the time.
So you mentioned your husband's a vet. What branch?
Army.
Being a vet myself and thinking about another vet coming home after being in combat and having to deal with this kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How are you dealing with it emotionally?
It's difficult. The 4 oldest kids all sleep in the same room. They don't want to be alone. It's just stressful around here, so it's hard to be happy.
So what do you think it is? I mean, what do you think it wants from you?
I think it wants to hurt Bailey.
It's overwhelming in this room, the emotions. I feel panic, I feel fear in this room. And I think this is all the, living's emotions, what they're feeling. I'm hearing aneurysm, male, young. I'm getting a lot of turmoil in here, a lot of turmoil. Anxiety, panic attacks, nightmares, crying, being sick a lot, wanting to run away. And I hear a male's voice say, "Leave this place now."
Okay, Amber, so what's going on in the kitchen?
That stock pot right there was filled with boiling water when Bailey and I were cooking, and we both saw it moving towards Bailey.
This pot?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a light pot. This is kind of sturdy.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a pot when the water gets really going and boiling kind of shake a little bit. Could it have been that?
No. Moved diagonally 4 inches.
And you're convinced it was moving towards Bailey?
Oh, it was moving towards Bailey.
Okay. All right, so anything else?
Yeah, Bailey was shoved in here.
Okay, so explain what happened.
Bailey was just standing in a chair trying to get something out of the microwave. Heard her say, "I'm not scared of you." And I see her shoved.
You sure she didn't trip?
There's no way that she could have went from the chair all the way with her head almost near the dishwasher. She thinks that she's being hurt for a reason. She doesn't know why, but she feels like something's after her.
There's a smartass here, this guy who's here. There's a male here. He's just a real smartass, real smartass. You know, I think, he's got a really strong presence and personality. Not real cool with women. The living might feel agitated. I know there's a telepath here. I want to say it's this guy. This person can get in your mind, like giving people nightmares. He doesn't like women. And in a way that he likes to scare them, he likes to make them feel afraid. He's very physical, being forced down, being pushed down. So females tend to not last long here.
Okay, so what's going on in here?
Oh, nightmares.
You're having nightmares.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind?
Things happening with my family.
Could it be a side effect from some of the medication? Have you looked into that?
No, doesn't go with any of that.
Anybody else having the dreams you are?
Yes, Bailey has them every single night.
Okay, anything else?
Sleep paralysis.
Okay, so what happens?
Heavy pressure on my chest. I can't breathe, I can't talk, I can't move.
It's pretty scary.
It is scary.
Anything else?
I wake up with scratches.
It looks like an animal attack. Ooh. I mean, you got pets here?
Yeah, we do. We have 2 cats and some bunnies, but they're not allowed in this room.
Because this is no way to live.
Mm-mm.
Now, we're here. What are you hoping we can do for you?
I just want my health to get better. I want my child to come back home at night and not be afraid to be here. I just want peace. I just want my home back, and I just want them to get the out.
All right, so this dude, he makes people unhappy, generally. Yeah, there's too much activity in the bed. He's like shaking somebody around, he's pushing somebody around. He's getting rough with somebody in the bed. And they know it. There's a living, I believe, woman, waking her up and pushing her around. You know, this is on a pretty consistent basis. Whispering nasty stuff into her ear, just like, you're gonna die. Like, you're gonna die.
So what does he want from her?
For her to leave, it seems like he tends to run females out of here.
What would happen to her if she stayed?
She might go missing. That's what he says. She might go missing.